He who is cruel to animals becomes hard also in his dealings with men. We can judge the heart of a man by his treatment of animals. We are not rich by what we possess, but by what we can do without. Science is organized knowledge. Wisdom is organized life. I had to deny knowledge in order to make room for faith. An action, to have moral worth, must be done from duty. How then is perfection to be sought? Wherein lies our hope? In education, and in nothing else. Experience without theory is blind, but theory without experience is mere intellectual play. Man must be disciplined, for he is by nature raw and wild. All our knowledge begins with the senses, proceeds then to the understanding, and ends with reason. There is nothing higher than reason. Act in such a way that you treat humanity, whether in your own person or in the person of any other, never merely as a means to an end, but always at the same time as an end. Happiness is not an ideal of reason, but of imagination. Rules for happiness: something to do, someone to love, something to hope for. Morality is not properly the doctrine of how we may make ourselves happy, but how we may make ourselves worthy of happiness. It is not God's will merely that we should be happy, but that we should make ourselves happy. Genius is the ability to independently arrive at and understand concepts that would normally have to be taught by another person. One who makes himself a worm cannot complain afterwards if people step on him. Seek not the favor of the multitude, it is seldom got by honest and lawful means. But seek the testimony of few, and number not voices, but weigh them. Space and time are the framework within which the mind is constrained to construct its experience of reality. For peace to reign on earth, humans must evolve into new beings who have learned to see the whole first. Look closely. The beautiful may be small. There is something splendid about innocence, but what is bad about it, in turn, is that it cannot protect itself very well and is easily seduced. Two things awe me most: the starry sky above me and the moral law within me. Thoughts without content are empty, intuitions without concepts are blind. Out of the crooked timber of humanity, no straight thing was ever made. Thrift is care and scruple in the spending of one's means. It is not a virtue and it requires neither skill nor talent. Enlightenment is man's emergence from his self-imposed immaturity. Immaturity is the inability to use one's understanding without guidance from another. All false art, all vain wisdom, lasts its time but finally destroys itself, and its highest culture is also the epoch of its decay. The humiliating difference between layman and clergyman must disappear, and equality spring from true liberty. The busier we are, the more acutely we feel that we live, the more conscious we are of life. Have patience a while, slanders are not long-lived. Truth is the child of time, ere long she shall appear to vindicate thee. Dare to think. Dare to know. Have the courage to use your own intelligence. Live your life as though your every act were to become a universal law. Only he who, himself enlightened, is not afraid of shadows. The death of dogma is the birth of morality. By a lie a man throws away and as it were annihilates his dignity as a man. So act that your principle of action might safely be made a law for the whole world. Without man and his potential for moral progress, the whole of reality would be a mere wilderness, a thing in vain, and have no final purpose. Have the courage to use your own reason, that is the motto of enlightenment.